done so. What I'm welcoming everyone, welcoming. How you guys doing on this beautiful day? All right, so today we're building a concrete countertop. This one we're building, if you notice, you see we have the wire inside. We have the wire inside, and we actually gonna be, why we putting these rocks underneath is to make sure that the wire does not rest under the wood itself. You want the wire to be raised at least ½ inch, so the wire can be in the center of the concrete and not to the bottom. This is very important when come on these kind of projects. So the wire, if you notice right here, you're gonna see I'm putting these slabs, these things right here. So these gonna keep the concrete, keep the wire from hitting the board. So this ½ inch piece of rock gonna make the concrete balance in the center, which that is exactly what we want, because if we put the concrete gonna press it down on the ground, and we don't want that to happen. So this is very important. This is the step, this is the template. This is the template that we use to make these concrete countertop. It goes according to the sink you're using. So according to the sink you're using, that's how you do it, because you have to measure. You have to make sure important, guys. Very important. Welcoming everyone. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. So like I'm saying, guys, we put in these rocks under, because we do not want so we're keeping the concrete off of, okay. All right, I need, because I need to put this in. Welcome in everyone, welcome in. So in a few minutes, guys, we're gonna show you guys Okay. In this container here, we have our concrete here already. So what we're gonna do, we make our concrete a little stiff today. So we're gonna start from one end. We're gonna show you what you gotta do. Because this, you need this to be in the center. You do not want this to rest on the wood at all. It's a little cold, so we're gonna do it really a little stiff today. You don't want the wire to be on the top, and you don't want it to be on the bottom. You basically want it to be in the center. Because if it's in the center, it's a lot stronger. Right. this, you got to beat it because you want the concrete to compact. So you got to beat it. When you're beating it, you're going to start to see the bubbles, them coming out from under the bottom. The bubbles is the air. So you want to get the air out of the concrete. So when you get the air out of the concrete, it's compact better. Welcome in everyone, welcome in. Welcoming everyone, welcoming everyone. Thank you guys for joining. Welcoming Good Eats. Blessings, blessings. So guys, you see the top. Yes guys, it's very important to beat the concrete. Very, very important. Every time you beat the concrete, you notice what you're seeing? You're seeing the bubble coming out. So when the bubble, that's the air coming out of the concrete. So beating it like this is gonna make it compact. When you rod it, guys, this is what make it level, because it's important for it to be level. So if you use a rod and you pull the rod, you know for a fact that it's level. All right. And when you do this, guys, you want to leave this for at least 4 to 5 days before you touch it, because you want to make sure it dry properly. So when it's dry properly, then you can come and you can take off the frame from around it, and you could separate it from the wood underneath. But once it ain't dry, if you move it, you can break it. So you don't want to move it at all. You want to make sure that this piece of rod is pretty straight. You want to make sure it's pretty straight, so when you rod it like this, you know, it touching the end over here, and it touching the end. You want to make sure it touching both ends, and then you rod it like this. So you keep rodding it back and forth. When this is dry, you have options. You can leave it just like that, and you also can use epoxy. You could put epoxy on top of it, so the epoxy gonna seal it and give it that clear look. So basically, you're gonna be seeing the concrete. You're gonna be seeing the concrete, but nothing will able to go into the concrete. All right, so the concrete ain't gonna get dirty because it's protected by the epoxy. So now you could use what color epoxy you wanna use. All right, but if you use the clear one, you're gonna still able to see the concrete just as how it look in here. So that's a decision you will have to make. What kind of look you looking for? So you want to make sure that no stone, before you finish, you got to allow this to pull. You want to make sure that no stone is cocking up. No stone is pushing it head up. You want it to be smooth. And when you keep beating it, this is really good to beat it with, because this is like a rubber mallet. So the rubber mallet is good to beat it with because it gives it that bounce. So hey DJ on top, how you doing? Blessing everyone. Welcome in everyone. But this, if you know how to finish this, trust me guys, this could look just like granite in your kitchen. The important thing is the finishing. The finishing is very important. The finishing look. So if you're doing it for in your kitchen, the look got to be superb. You understand? Beautiful. If you're doing it for outside, there's things you could, but if you're doing it for yourself, it's also different than if you're doing it for someone. If someone paying you to do it, they expect it to be perfect. Okay? So it's that, don't rush it at all. You do the job and you take your time and make sure that you beat it. Make sure that when it finish, you're not going to be seeing no holes in the slab, because you don't want to see no holes. You want all the holes to be filled. So the more you beat it, you're going to see in the bubble them coming out. The bubble, when the bubble remove, that's when the concrete joins. All by the side, you want to make sure that you beat it. That the concrete could compact by the side. So when you remove the wood, it's going to look smooth and beautiful, like a finishing. You want it to have that smooth, beautiful look. You see like how it look and shine there? When you put on the epoxy, this is basically how it's going to look. So if you decide to do this project and then you want to put on epoxy to give it that finish, You see how it look wet and shine? This is exactly how it's gonna look. Wet and shine. That's the kind of look you're gonna be getting. I'm actually building this for a friend. Because sometimes you're using laminated, and the truth is, laminated could be challenging, for real. You know what I'm saying? When you put the sink in, you want to make sure that it pretty much well sealed up. So if water get in, it's not going to get under the sink. That is very important, guys. It's got to be done properly. Like if you're doing it for your indoor kitchen, it's got to be done properly. It's got to make sure it's level. When you put in the sink must rest level. There mustn't be no hump, nothing. It must be level. So you stick the sink in, and when water, you're wiping, and better yet, if you put the epoxy, when you wipe in, you ain't got to worry about water soaking in or messing up your countertop. With the concrete and epoxy, that could last you a lifetime. It's very important for the side to be very smooth, because when you finish, you don't want to see no holes and then you got to patch up the holes. You don't want to see that. You want to make sure when it finished, the sides must look just like how the top looking, smooth. It must not look in no holes at all. So this is why you beating it, you vibrating, you're beating this to vibrate it, so all the concrete gonna settle. So when the concrete settle, you get the air out, you ain't gotta worry about that finishing. Your job now is to make sure that you do the job the right way, that when it's done, it's finished. If you rush the job and half done the job, then you're gonna find yourself have to get mortar trying to fill out the holes them, and it's gonna make the job look ugly. It's gonna make the job look like you don't know what you're doing. So it's important to come and beat the sides, very important. Make sure the sides them well vibrate, well compact. This is very important. All right, what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to leave that there for a minute and just allow the water to run out and just allow it to settle itself. All right, so in a minute when the water drip out, we're going to come back and we're going to start pulling the trowel over it. when you beat it sometimes and the concrete settle, you might find you might have to add a little more concrete, which this is really important, guys. Very much well important, I'm telling you. You have to beat it. You have to keep hitting it because your finishing is very much well important. Your finishing is very much well important. So you get one of these hammer. These are rubber mallet. And after you pour the concrete, you beat it. Because guys, I'm telling you, if you don't, let me show you something. I'm going to give you an idea. Let me show you something. Now, this, you don't want to see this when this your concrete finish. All right? Remember, this is a sink and this going to be the face. So you're going to be seeing the face of the concrete. And if the face of the concrete look like this, then you have a problem. Then you're going to find yourself trying to smooth it up and it's gonna look very ugly. You know, your job not gonna look professional at all. If you're doing it for someone, they're gonna be really mad with you. If you're doing it for them for free, they're gonna be mad as hell because of this type of looks. So to prevent this type of looks, you will have to be doing what you see I'm doing right now. You're preventing yourself from getting these type of looks around the edge. So now, that's why it's important. And also, you don't want the top to have no type of stone exposed. So you beat the side because you want the side, you want the concrete to compact by the side. So when the concrete compact by the side, it looking smooth. This is really important. And you got to do it everywhere, guys, everywhere. Not just one side. You got to do it everywhere. You see all the air coming out, all the bubble. Yeah, this is important. Getting these bubble out is important. So you beat it as much as you can to get the bubble out of the concrete. This, when you see you get the bubble out, this is when you know that my concrete is ready and it's gonna be very smooth and beautiful. This is when you know. When you start seeing these bubbles coming out. It takes time, guys, because like I said, if you want to have a nice finish, it's important to do it the right way. All right? It's gonna take time, but guess what? When the job is finished, you're gonna love it. All right? So don't rush it and give it too little pump, and then when you're done, you're gone. No. You're gonna end up with these type of edges, and you're gonna be mad. This is the type of edges you're gonna end up with. and you're gonna be mad, okay? I like to do it a little wet. The reason why I like to do it a little wet, it compact easier. It compact easier, and it's easier to compact and get all the air out. So when it's dry, it gives you this beautiful smooth finish, and this is what I'm looking for, a smooth finish. I'm sure everyone have their own way, but this is my way. This is how I love to do it, because why? The result is greater in this form. When the concrete is a little wet and it compact really nice, everything compact fast and easy. When it's a little dry, sometimes when you don't beat it, you beat it. Sometimes when you finish and you look around the edges, you start to see in these little holes. I don't want to see any hole period, because I don't want to be trying to use mortar to fill up the holes. No, I want it to be compact properly. So when it dry, you know what I'm saying? That's why it wet. All right. Okay, so now guys, I think we reached to the point now where we have to leave it now and let it pull. So after it finish pull, we're gonna give it that finishing. All right, okay, Big O, yes. Yes, Big O, this is how I do it, Big O, and I don't wanna, when I finish, I don't want when I finish, I have to get mortar. You got to mix mortar, and you got to be trying to smooth up the edges. That's what I'm running from. I have my experience that way, and I learn from my experience. So I prefer to make it a little soft, so when you beat, everything compact pretty fast. All right? So guys, this is a DIY project right here, and you can do it too. I'm promising you that you can do it too. It's not that hard, it's not that complicated. I did this live just for you guys to see how simple you can create your own concrete countertop. You can do it for your kitchen indoors, and your kitchen can look as beautiful as if you have granite inside your kitchen. Especially, look at this looks right now. You see that look? You see that shine? You see that glittering? You see that glittering? Check it out. Hey, good eats. What's up, sis? Blessings. You see that glittering? If you put epoxy on top of this, this is the looks you're going to be seeing. A wet look. A wet, beautiful look. Which I think is a very good idea, because you know concrete, right? Say for instance, you're using the countertop as in your kitchen. You're using the countertop in your kitchen, but guess what? You know, something might fall on the countertop, and then you got to wipe it off. It's gonna wipe off. But the truth is, If you have the epoxy over it, nothing touch the concrete. So if anything drop, you just wipe it off and it look as clean as ever. You know what I'm saying? So you can invest in epoxy. It's a pretty expensive, but to do this, it's not gonna take that much to do this. It's pretty expensive, but if you save yourself the money to build a countertop yourself, now you could go and buy the epoxy. Guys, this project is, how much bag of cement we use? 2.5 bag of cement for do this slab. Now, this is a template we use. We use this template over and over and over. What I call the template, I call the frame. The frame is the template. So every time you want to build a concrete countertop, sometimes you cannot use this one depending on the setup of the kitchen and depending on the measurement. You mightn't use this one, but this one is very much well used a lot. So all you do, you have your template, which is the frame, you buy your concrete, and what I will recommend adding these into the concrete, or you could even use steel. You could use steel, or you could use these. When you add in these, if you go back to the beginning of the video, you're gonna see what I was doing. What I was doing, I laid these down. Then what I did after, I add some rocks underneath, because this, you want this to be in the center of the concrete. You don't want it to lay to the bottom, neither you don't want it lay to the top. You want it in the center. So this gonna be like the strength. This is like it's gonna become something that holds the concrete together. Okay, so this is a very important part as well in countertop. You could also use biasi, you could also use steel. Whatever you have, you can use them. But these is very important because these holds concrete together. It's keep the concrete from cracking and breaking. So this is very important. Ain't nothing we can do to that right now. We're just gonna allow that to dry out, and then we're gonna smooth it up, and then that's it. All right, then this one we got to add epoxy to this one, because this, I did this for a friend, so I have to add epoxy to this, and this gonna be beautiful in the kitchen. Look how it's looking already, and it ain't even finished yet. It ain't even finished yet, but look at the beauty of it. Right, that's it right there. Just gotta wait until it dry, and then not dry, pull. When it pull a little, we gotta come with another float. We gotta come with another float and pull it up on the surface. So we have some leftover concrete here, guys. This is a stove that I built here. It built from concrete. This is how it's gonna be. This is how a stone, a tunnel stone built from stone. All right, so this is where you're gonna be pushing the fire underneath, and then you just put your pot right in this area here. So this is what's going on, guys. And guys, for the people who don't know what we have going on here, the rain is coming. So the rain we have the project hold up. But we're actually building an outdoor kitchen here, which this is the oven. This is the oven right here. That's where you put the wood. And this is the grill. And this is where you cook. All right? We build it from stone right there. So all you do, you put your wood under there and you cooking right on top the pot, right on top there. Look down inside there. So the fire gonna be blazing coming up from down there and hit on the pot. Underneath there is where you're gonna be packing your woods them. So we build them from granite stone. These are old granite stone we have, and we just decide, you know what? Let's turn them into a project. Let's turn them into a project. And that's it right there. All right, guys, so being creative, guys, being creative, everyone have that creativity. Hey, Southern Mabu, how you doing? Oh, Big O, what was your next question, Big O? What was your next question? Yes, so the rain is really holding us up right now, guys. The rain is holding us up from finishing our job. But this is basically what's, you know, and guys, and all these, you wouldn't believe all these are old stones. All these are old stones. This stone maybe come from an old project, and this project maybe was 100 years old. Yes, so these are old stone. If you notice down here too, this is a table we build here. We build this from stone. But we're not finished, guys. The rain is really we going right at this moment, so we can't do much. All right, but our plan was to get do a cookout this weekend, but it's gonna be raining like crazy, so we can't do that cookout this weekend. All right, so most likely maybe next weekend we planning on do a cookout right here once the rain hold up and we able to continue doing our job. But everything is coming along beautiful. And yes, this is the countertop, concrete countertop we now build right here. All right, you can do it, guys. Let me give you guys an idea. Hold it for me. Let me give you guys an idea how you can build this, right? This is an old sink, right? This is an old sink. So when you creating, if you can cook outside, if you can cook outside, cooking those, okay. Now this is an old sink, right? Now let me give you an idea of what actually going on, right? Now, if you wanna create a countertop, you have to have a flat piece of wood. The wood ain't even have to cut out. Like how you see this one, like how you see this cut out, you ain't even gotta cut it out. All you need is a flat piece of wood. A flat piece of wood. Now, wherever you go in and put the sink, right? Wherever you got to take your measurement, because you need to know, where am I going to put my sink? Do I need my sink more up this side or more down this side? So now it's important for you to measure, to know exactly where. Now when you come over, what you do now, you rest the sink, you pull your measurement on the plywood or whatever wood you're using, you pull your measurement, and just like this. What you do now, you lay down the sink exactly where it's supposed to be. This is an easy way, guys. I'm giving you an easy way out here. All right? I'm giving you an easy way out now. What you do now, you take a pencil and you pull, or you take a pencil and you pull it along like this. Or you make a mark here and you make a mark here. And you make a mark here and you make a mark there. So after you make your mark, you know what, let me show you. I like to give you guys the ideas, right? So so now this is the plywood, and this is the sink. This is exactly where the sink gonna be located on the plywood, because you're going to make your concrete countertop. Now what you do now, you put a mark right here. And you put a mark right here. No, and then you come here and you put a mark right here. And you put a mark right here. So you come here right around the sink and you put in a mark. Okay? And you come down here and you put a mark right here. And then you put a mark right here. Okay, so now we're removing the sink. Alright? So we're removing the sink now, and what we're going to do now, we're going to mark it out. So now we come and we put this stick, we put it like this. And we pull our mark. Remember, this is the plywood, right? We put our mark and we come here and we put our mark. Hold on. You see? So you see? Now, that's your mark right there. So within your plywood, okay, this guy say, you see, all right, that you see that, no, you doing that. No, I'm showing you where you do this. Once you cut this out now, this, you see, this is why we know everybody do stuff different. Now, the way we do it, when we rest the sink down inside, then the lip gonna be resting around. So you see what I'm saying? Instead of I do it this way, then I gotta make another mark. I only do it once. You see what I'm coming from? So now the sink gonna rest down inside, and the lip, which is this, gonna be resting over here. So this is where the sink gonna be going down in this area here, and then this lip gonna rest over this. So instead of I put the lip down and make a mark, then go back in and make another mark, I do it one time. This poor Abiak saying, you single? What state are you in? uh, so you see what I'm saying? Margie, everybody do things different. If you see, everybody does things different. The way I do it, once I make this cutout, that's it. All we do after that, we put the sink down inside of it. So this is really easy, simple, easy way, guys. I giving you guys. I love to give you guys the simplest way possible instead of make it complicated for my viewers and my subscribers. One cut and the sink goes down, then the lip gonna be resting right here. So all this is gonna be like the hole that cut out for the sink to go in, and the lip gonna rest around all the way go around. So we all do things different, guys. All right, but I try to make it simple for my viewers and my subscribers. I try to make it simple. So as we can see here, we can see where is definitely drying out, which is beautiful. All right, okay. Okay, I hear you. We all do it different, star. I'm here showing the way I do it, okay? So now, guys, as you can see, it start pulling. And this is exactly the look if you use epoxy, guys. It start pulling away now. What we're doing, guys, we're using up the concrete. The concrete that we have, we're just using it up. Instead of we throw it away, we can throw it inside here. So like we say, guys, this is our tunnel stove built from stone. You see? You see, in this project, right? In a lot of these projects, what has happened is, like how I show you how to mark out your sink, with that type of project, Guys, it's pretty simple. All right, pretty simple. And this is what this channel is about, is to help motivate others, because you might have stone in your backyard and you know this ain't finished. It ain't finished as yet, but this is exactly what's gonna be going on here. We're gonna able to come outside and just blaze a pot right underneath there with our wood fire. But it ain't finished. But when it finished, you will see what we actually doing here, guys. All right. But to them, our main focus is the countertop. That's our main focus. Yes, yes, yes. Guys, after you finish this ain't finished yet, because we still have to smooth it out. After you smooth it out, you don't want to touch it until at least 3 days. In 2 days time, you could come and you could soak it with water. Like you wet it down with water. You wet it down with water. So the concrete gonna suck in the water. So that's gonna make it cure faster. All right, that's gonna make it cure faster. All right, but it's important to do these things. You do not want to move this project until it's properly dry, because moving it, it might break and you mightn't be happy at all. Then you got to go over and start over a whole different project, which you mightn't like. So all I'm saying is, be patient and do it in a form that you take your time. Do not rush the job. These type of job, you cannot rush them. All right, you have to take your time and do the job. So when you do the job, it's done properly. You see, if you're doing outdoors or you're doing a little rough thing, it's different. But still, you want to practice it the right way. So when you practice it the right way, you're gonna master it the right way. Don't cut no shortcut. Try your best and do it the right way. Be patient. Remember, I tell you, when you pour the concrete, you still got to come and beat the sides. You got to beat the sides them. You got to beat the sides. You got to beat the bottom. You got to beat the bottom. You know, like this. These are stuff you have to do. So this is what's going to make the concrete compact. And this is what's going to help you to get smooth edges, which is very important. Yeah. Hey Fifi, Urban Homestead and Lifestyle, how you doing? Blessings, blessings. This is basically a complete kitchen we're gonna be doing here. Basically, I'm doing this for for a friend. It's gonna be a complete kitchen that I'm gonna be doing. So on this project here, when this is finished, we have to add epoxy on top of it. So like I was mentioning earlier, epoxy will protect the concrete. It will protect it from, there's no water wouldn't be able to touch the concrete at all. So if something drop is gonna be almost like a granite. If something drop on it, you could just wipe it off without any problem, because it's not touching. All right, it's not touching the concrete at all. So that's how the epoxy. That's why I will recommend using epoxy. Okay, so we can't do nothing to that again. We have to leave that now to continue drying. So guys, this is how you do a DIY concrete countertop. Like I'm mentioning, it's important. You don't have to, but if you want it to last forever, it's important to use this type of wire, or you can use steel, or you can use BS. It's whatever you desire, but this is gonna be a reinforcement. It's gonna help keep it together, and it's gonna make it stronger. All right. So if you're doing it, you can use this. One of this, a length of this is like $20. I remember when there was $8. Now the $20 for a 4x8. No, a 3x8. It's $20 now. It was $8 a few years ago. So everything getting expensive. You also can get the steel. Okay. You also can use these, which is steel rebar. You can use these as well. You can cut them down. You know, you could run a piece come up here, a piece come up here, and tie a piece, like two pieces go over there, piece go over there. So basically, you're creating a matting. So you could use a rebar, you could use BRC wire, and you can use this. And it will help you, it will really help you. The good thing about these things is they're not too heavy, but what they do, they hold the concrete together. Now, it's very important that when you put in this down on top of when you put in this down, like you laying this down on the plywood, it's very important to have something like this underneath it. Why? Because you want the wire to be in the center of the concrete. So you want concrete to go under the wire, and then you want concrete to go on the top. If you just have it laying down like this, the only thing gonna happen, the concrete gonna go to the top. That's not gonna strengthen it as if you have it. Yes, inflation, yes. Yes, so so this, putting it like this, all gonna happen, the concrete just gonna come and lay on top of this, which is not a good idea, because that's not gonna give that's not gonna allow it to, give that strength in the concrete. So if now you put this under this, this is not rested. You see, it have a space for the concrete to go under and then also on top. All right, so this is DIY project, guys. You can save a lot of money on these type of project, because I know it's nothing is cheap anymore. Nothing is cheap anymore. So we're trying to finish the project, and we're also trying to finish this outdoor project, but we've been getting so much rain lately that we cannot do much. So we get a little break today. So we come out and we say, you know what, let we start this countertop for them. And we just decide to do the countertop. And meanwhile, we building a outdoor 8-tunnel stove, but we're using granite stone and billet. We remove the dot. We had a dot, a clay, one bill from clay, but we remove that and we actually using granite stone and bill one. We ain't finished yet, guys. It's gonna be shaping up in a few, but this is just the beginning, and this is a whole pot right here. You put that right there and you bubble in your pot while the fire. So as you see, we come in here, we're gonna build it out with some cement and make it look, build it out nice, give it a nice little shape. And that's gonna be right here in the corner cooking, and this gonna be the grill. So pretty soon, man, we're trying to get this project together, guys, but the rain, if you notice, we have our cement there, and that cement is to stucco the back behind here, but because of the rain we get hole up and we can't do it. So hopefully, if there's no rain tomorrow, this is gonna be my project tomorrow. Stuccoing this is gonna be my project, stuccoing. So let's hope that's no rain, guys, so we could continue our project. And guys, I just want to say thank you all so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Good Eats. Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping me out today. Thank you, Fifi Urban Homestead. Thanks everyone. Thanks all the moderators. Thanks everyone who joined this live today. Thank you for all the support. Thank you all for smashing that like button. Truly appreciate it. Thank you all so much. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day, and I hope to see you guys pretty soon, maybe tomorrow, while I'm doing my stucco today, tomorrow, if there is no rain. Because the place is, we're trying to get the place together. It's kind of messy right now. The leaf is falling. Everything is happening right now. So we just want to show appreciation for everyone. So thank you guys again. Appreciate you guys so much. But we can't go nowhere. We're still here. We have to give this thing the finishing touch. So what you guys say? Would you guys stick up? Would you guys hold on and let we do our finishing touch? Or you guys ready to go? Let me know. Guys, put in the chat and let me know, is you guys enjoying these type of videos? Because we want to know that we can continue, if we should continue these type of videos, because we have a lot of ideas. I think I upload a video today, I don't know if it upload as yet, where we using different things and make design from concrete. So you guys can check out my channel, I truly appreciate each and every one of you. But we're trying to get this project. Yeah. I'm trying to get this project together and finish. That we can do that cookout. So yes guys, so what's up? Let me know guys, let me know. You guys enjoying these videos, these live? Let me know guys, let me know. Yes guys, so this channel is about motivation. We also do gardening. We do gardening as well, where we do step-by-step tutoring, how to work on your soil, how to grow an organic garden. We do step-by-step process. So you also could check out my channel. There's a lot to learn on that channel. So we do gardening and we also do DIY project. So it's basically tutoring. We're trying to help others to save. Yes, we're trying to help others to save. Don't put it too close, because if rain come, it go wet. Pull it off the wall. Yes, we're trying to encourage others how to save. Because as you see guys, you see now, I mean, let me sit down with you. Let me sit down and talk with you guys a minute. As you see now, what you see now, you see where everything is getting expensive. That's where you see now, everything is getting expensive. Like I'm telling you, I remember a lot of things was so cheap, certain thing was so cheap. And even in construction, all right, blessing Fifi, yes. Even in construction, I see certain thing, the price has doubled. I see where the price has doubled. In some cases might be triple. And this been happening for the last 5-6 years. Everything been getting expensive. So now this channel is to help motivate you and let you know sometimes you have these old material lying around in your yard and you just have them there and you looking at them as garbage. Well, we just want to encourage you and show you that it's not really garbage. It's not really garbage. You can use them and you can turn them into project. This right here is an old table, old concrete. This is stone right here. But we're gonna turn this into a coffee table or whatever, however people wanna call them. If it's a coffee table, or maybe you could just sit down and just enjoy. So we're gonna shape this up really nice and clean it up and just have it there as a table. Over here, where we're going on, this is old stone that we pick up and we start cleaning them up a little. But these are old stone that we pick up, and look, we turn them into something. All these are old brick we use and we turn into something. These are stone we just have and we turn them into project, turn them into creativity. So that's all we're saying, guys. That's all we're saying. Motivate yourself. There's a lot of material you might have lying around and you feel like there's garbage, but they're really not. All these are old stone that we actually using. So don't give up on yourself, guys. You can turn your project, your old material into a beautiful project. All right? So thank you all, guys. Appreciate. Okay. Yes. The rain. If you notice, you're gonna see how the place wet. It's damp and wet, and we can't get to do what we want to do. All right. Today we get a break, and I just decide I'm doing a concrete tap for this. For someone, I just decide because Thanksgiving coming up, and they want the concrete tap for the kitchen before Thanksgiving. So now I gotta run out here, and you know, this is the beginning. So I'm just here waiting for this thing to pull a little, that I can smooth it up really well, because when you finish, you don't want to see no type of mark inside. You don't want to see none of that. It got to be smooth finish. Yes, I'm getting ready to end it now. Well, I just was giving some motivation, because many times, you know, we have our material just sitting, lie and believe it's garbage. And we could definitely turn them into a project. All right? So just hope that tomorrow, you see, we still have a lot of work to do. We still have, not really a lot of work, but we still have more work to do. Because all these walls over there, we got to finish these walls. We got to stucco them. You know, we have stuff to do, but you cannot do them in the rain. If you do them in the rain, this might be a problem. So you can't do them in the rain. So you have to make sure the rain is not coming. And that's when we could continue our project. You know, all this ain't finished yet. We're still working on this. This still ain't finished. All right, all these, we still got to go up a few more brick. Still got to go up a few more brick. And we still got stuff to do. We still have our stone tunnel stoves building from stone. We still have this to finish. You know, we have to fix it up really nice. But it's usable right now. You could use it right now. But we want to fix it up really nice. And, you know, and then so if there's no rain tomorrow, I can finish this. I can stucco. I can start stucco in the back behind here. Finish up the back behind here, stucco it really nice. Start cleaning up. Maybe I can start stucco the walls over there. You know, but it just take the rain. So meanwhile, I'm waiting on this. I'm gonna be cleaning up because it's kinda late now, so I wanna mix no more cement. I just wanna leave it until tomorrow. But everything coming along, guys. Everything coming along. So yes, guys, I'm gonna end the live because I'm gonna clean up. So I just want to thank every one of you. Thank each and every one of you for hitting the like button. Thank each and every one of you for the support. And please remember, guys, we're gonna have a cookout. We was planning to have a cookout this Saturday, but because of the rain we couldn't finish the project, so we had us to put it off maybe next Saturday or next Sunday or either no, you know what, maybe next Friday. Yeah, maybe next Friday. So we want you all to tune in. We want you all to support us. We want you all to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We want you all to be there supporting us, because what? We want to show you guys everything functioning. We want to show you the oven is functioning. Where we're going to be baking, the guy going to be baking, it's a pie, macaroni pie, and grilling while over there cooking. We want to show you guys everything in action. All right? So please support us. Please be there for us. Please encourage us, because we do have more project after this one coming. And we're going to show you them live, because we're trying for, as you guys can see, this whole project is going around live. It's not videos, it's live. You know what I'm saying? And we just want to encourage people, man, because like I said, you have a lot of material lying down on the ground that you could take and turn into project. You know, I was over here, and what I saw over here, you know, it kind of amazed me, because what I saw over here, I saw some you see, look how here is, right? And watch, you see, stones. I saw a nice pile of stone right here. You see, all up inside there is stone that look here again. All this is stone to turn into project. That's all I'm telling you guys. I'm not here to send you out there to buy, watch here again, stone. I'm not sending you out there to spend money that you know, that you could have saving. I'm showing you how sometimes you could have material and you don't even realize. You don't even realize it. You see, all here, we have to stack all here. And then we're gonna carry up another row with blocks, and then we're gonna see this nice piece of stone right here, and then we're gonna put the next piece right to the end down there, and we want to take some stone and lay to the ground that we can walk in and walk and come in and go in. This we're gonna remove this. I don't think we need this. I don't think we need this, because we have so much stuff over there that you could light up. You don't really need this. This taking up space. So we're gonna move that and maybe put that somewhere else. But this is our little table here that make from stone, that you could just sit down here while everything is bubbling over here, and you sit down here and just having a conversation. Yes. I know, man. I can't wait to finish, to see I can't wait to finish. I cannot wait to finish. No? This is a stone, guys. This is stone. This is a stone. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna chip off the piece there. Chip off the piece right there. And this is a stone table. You see? Look, we have a next one over there that we build up from stone. And all these are things that we might be calling garbage. You see what I'm saying? Yes, that will be a nice, if you see, that will be a nice outdoor location to hear Thanksgiving, to host Thanksgiving dinner, right? That's right. That's right. Yes, that's right. Yeah, man. Because you have space, you know, you have space, you could sit down, you have your chair, you have, man, I'm telling you. But it's getting there, guys, and please stay tuned and join us because hopefully, like I said, tomorrow we might able to do some work. Hopefully. I don't show. But as usual, guys, thank you all, man. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all so much. Thanks for your support. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Good eats, blessings. Fifi Urban Homestead, blessings. Everyone else who joined us today, you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. All right? Peace and love, guys. Peace and love. All right.